the most cliche thing possible that I could think of for this. War! Huh. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Yeah, that's all I got. Most of you are sitting there going, I have no idea. Somebody's sitting there going, oh my gosh, I still got that on vinyl. Ooh, that's tough. So here's what you're doing today. I'm distracted because my door says I'm recording, so don't disturb me right now. But like there's people outside my door and it's driving me nuts. Go away. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Oh, okay, there we go. So now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of it all. The Revolutionary War. Here's the reality of the Revolutionary War. Let's just get this out of the way. There are some things in life that shouldn't work. Pineapple and what is it? Pineapple, well, let's just put it this way. Pineapple pizza is one of those things. It should not work, ever. And if you argue with me, I'm just gonna respect your perspective. See what I did there? There are other things that we look at historically and we go, there's no reason this should work at all. The Revolutionary War is probably one of them at the top of that list, especially when we look at the history of the United States. The truth is this. Were people passionate about breaking away from England? Yes. Did they write a breakup letter about it? Yes. Is that awesome? Yes. Did England call their bluff and send troops? You bet they did. And really, for all intents and purposes, England should have crushed the Patriots. They should have crushed the colonists. They should have just absolutely massacred them, to be honest. And yet, somehow, some way, the Revolutionary War is in the favor of the United States. Like it doesn't, even historically today, like it doesn't make sense. Like it shouldn't have worked that way. This is a David and Goliath kind of thing. The smaller team shouldn't have won at all. But England made a lot of critical errors. And there's something to be said about the American drive to not give up. So some of you, if not all of you, know about the whole like, you come to the United States, you have the right to be successful, you have the right to make your own future, you have the right to be amazing, you have all these rights to like be amazing and follow the American dream, right? The reality is a lot of that stems from the Revolutionary War because a bunch of country bumpkins, yeah, militia folks, a bunch of country bumpkins get together and they find a couple rifles and they're able to take on the world's largest military at the time. How insane is that? To the point to where the British retreat several times, come back, wipe the floor with them, and you think at this point the Americans are done, and then they come back again and they win. Like it's so bizarre. It's fascinating. Definitely one of the more interesting wars to take place in the history of the world, just because it should not have worked at all. So check out the video in the research section. It's long. It's like 16 minutes, I think, something like that. Check it out. The whole video. It is a great analysis of the Revolutionary War from beginning to end. Like it sums the whole thing up really, really well. That way I don't have to spend 20 minutes making a video about it because you'll get bored probably by the time I get to like minute 8, but I'm not going to judge you for that, so would I. It's got interactive maps on it too. Like it's a cool video, highly recommend it, very credible. I've got it linked. It's in the research tab, all right? So check that out. And then I actually have not finished your assignment yet. I'm looking down at this when I recorded this. Here's what I think your assignment's going to be. Here's what I think. I think your assignment's going to be a discussion. Yeah, I think it's going to be a discussion. And it's going to be a discussion about why the Americans pulled it off. Like, what was it that caused the Americans to actually defeat Great Britain? And you're going to have some like pretty solid information on this one in order to get full credit on it. But I think that's what we're going to do. Because I really want you to dissect like the anomaly and the strangeness of this thing actually working. Like it's really hard to put into words like how bizarre this war was. The video does a very good job of it, all right? Definitely check the video out. Usually I don't lean heavy on videos. I'm like, whatever. But like this is one of the times where it's like, it's worth it. It's worth it. And like halfway through, you're going to get to this point where you're going to be watching this going, are they going to win? There's no way they're going to win. No, they're not going to win. How do they win? What? How do they win? It's going to happen. And the cool thing is this, with the perspective here, what I think is really cool is knowing that what we have today, good and bad, I get it, is because of that war. Like, make no mistake, we're a flawed society. We're a flawed experiment. There's a lot of things that go wrong on a daily basis. But know that our roots as citizens of this country, our roots are not set in some government procedure. It's not set in some business opportunity. It's not set by a wealthy few people. Like, in the end, it's about the grit. Like, it's about these people living in these colonies who really don't have much anyways, of saying, I believe so much in this cause, I will do anything to win. In fact, we rewrite the rules of war in the Revolutionary War, because prior to this, people stood in straight lines and shot at each other. We didn't have enough people to do that. We put them up in the trees. They're like, go hide in that tree, and when they walk by, shoot them in the back, because you do what you got to do to win a war. It's called guerrilla warfare. The United States invents that one. Yeah, we get that one too. It's just fun watching the history of the Revolutionary War play out, because it is the underdog story. All those movies that you've seen, all those books that you've read, all those stories that you've heard, like, so much of it originates from this notion that the United States got started as the underdogs. And it continues this way. Remember, and you're going to find out more about this as we continue the school year, the United States, like, now it's a global superpower. We all know this. Like, it is top dog on so many different things. No matter what you hear in the news, regardless of sources, like, there's a lot of things that we are absolutely number one on, right? It wasn't always that way. We really didn't come to full power like we know now 60 years ago, really, like maybe 60 years ago. So it's really not that long. Like, we were jokes to the world all the way up through the early 1900s. World War II, World War I, World War II changes that a little bit. But really, it's in the 60s and 70s with technology development and things like that that really would take off. So remember, the U.S. has not always been the arrogant, cocky individuals of we are the best of the best. They may have believed that, but we didn't have anything to prove it with for centuries, literally hundreds of years. And now we are where we're at. So watch the video. And this time, I would encourage anybody watching this, student, parent, friend, whatever, whoever, when you're watching this video, just grab some popcorn and just enjoy the show. Really, like, don't overthink this one. We're like, well, really what the case was with it. This isn't the one for that. There's time and a place. Don't get me wrong. But this time, just watch and enjoy the show. All right. And then finish the discussion task at the bottom. All right. That's all you got to do. And we are finally finished, for the most part, with the Revolutionary War, which means Unit 1, for the most part, is done. Awesome. All right. Peace.